There's a stack from the first log. We got 16 2x6s, and then this piece here we'll get probably another 2 out of, so 18 boards from 2x6s, and we got some 1x4s here, and a couple of stickers. When you dry them, you set them on those. We're gonna grab another log and keep going. I'll take you through that one a little more, maybe a little more in depth on how Sean cuts, how he mills up the boards. But
about 11 and a half, 11 and a quarter.
What we're doing is measuring the center of the log against the deck of the sawmill to make sure the centers on both sides are the same.
So this one is
number of inches above.
Okay, so now we got this end's got to come up about 3 inches. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Second cut, we can get some boards out of this piece, so we set this one off to the side. Come back to it later.
Alright, now we need to
Now we gotta flip it.
flip it 180, 90 degrees, I guess. Up on this one so I can try to get it if we can do it. Alright, go ahead. Might have to have Ian hold her out. See if it'll stay there.
I think it'll stay.
You can shove that.
Now we have two that are 6 inches wide, and we're just going to put them together and then just start. We got to get down a little bit before we can start making 2x6s, but we'll make 2 at a time as we go now.
Okay.
There's our stack of 31 2x6s, a couple of 2x4s, and some 1x's, and then some stickers or slats. We will. It's 2 logs worth. We're gonna head to lunch now and then come back and do a couple more logs probably and call it a day and get this in a nice pile or a nice stack so it can dry, not just leave it like this. And we got the foreman here, Kita. It's September 18th, and we are laying out the kind of the perimeter here. We're going to start today and hopefully get done putting framing up a footer. Hey, we have have it lined out here where the centers of the walls will be, so, or the center of the footer will be, so we're this lot does slope a little bit towards the road here, so we'll have to dig a little bit of a trench on either side of these lines to, or at least the lines coming this way, to do a little leveling before, give us a little more room to level before the frame up before it, before we start nailing things together. Otherwise, that side would be where it is, and this side would be maybe 1.5 feet, 2 feet in the air, and we just can't do that because the concrete won't stay put. So now we're going to dig a little trench before framing the footer together. We got a beautiful day to work on it. first sunny day in probably 2 weeks. Yeah, got about 3 inches down on the first shovel full and hit this big rock. We need to go about 8 inches, so it's not a great start. Hopefully this is the last big rock. Where's that excavator? Okay, so we tried a little bit of digging a trench, but and also we're trying to find where the sewer stub out is. We can see the water coming up there, but the sewer is still buried down there. Hopefully we find it, and then we're gonna move it a little bit further this way to more under the house. And then Casey used the mini excavator to dig a trench on the top side here, so we can keep it more level with the downhill side out here towards the front. But mechanical advantage is much appreciated when you're digging through rock instead of sand or nice soil. Well, we're knocking off work for the day, end of day one. We got the sewer line located, and now we have the sewer pipe coming up more in the corner of the house than on the outside, so we can run the foundation footer right on this orange line. So tomorrow we'll be framing up the footer sides and getting them leveled, hopefully. A little bit slower today with the sewer pipe, digging a big hole to find it, and once we found it, it didn't take long to extend it and get it upright, or get it sticking up out of the ground, but finding it was a tough part. Let's see if we can make some progress tomorrow. Okay, day 2 of the footer framing. We got the sewer pipe extended and up more into the house. Now, there's a little issue with the mini excavator, so we're back to by hand. But you can see this isn't dirt, it's rock. And to dig a trench in rock, you have to swing a pick a little bit and then shovel it. So this is what I'm going to do from here to that end. This we'll just have to clean out a little bit by hand because it runs downhill a little bit. So we need to have a little bit of a trough here, and as we get to that end, it tapers up to it'll just rest right on this big rock. So. So I got the pick all down this side now, and after that you come in with the loose gravel. It's a little easier to shovel, but it's not. But there's still big rocks in there that make it a pain. Ah, 28 by 32. Maybe I should have went 20 by 20. No, it'll be worth it when it's done. Okay, the forms are all screwed together. we have them pretty much where we want them. Now we just need to make sure that they're level, which will take a little bit of work, I think, but probably not too much. Won't take too much work to get them level, and then won't take a whole lot to make sure that they're square. So now just the little tinkering parts are left.